All right, and here we are for the first of the commissioner's corner.
First of
Welcome,
many.
first of many, absolutely. We have Ezzy here with Yitz, here to talk about past week's games, to recap some games, and what's coming up. So it should be fun, and we'll get going. First, Yitz, how was
This,
Shabbos? First, Yitz, how
first
was
of all, first of
Shabbos?
all, first of all, yeah, Shabbos is fine. I'll get into it in a minute. This commission's corner is sponsored by Nojo Promo. He is our first sponsor for the commission's corner. Great sponsor for MSL. We love him. MSL, our shirts, polo shirts, hoodies, all that. We love Naftali. We love him. We wish he would come to more games. I know coming from Tom's River isn't easy, but it's always great when he's there. So, thank you, Nojo Promo. Shabbos was interesting, but it was nice. I was in 5 towns.
Always
Uh,
interesting. Give us a
five
story.
towns, yeah, 5 towns, good stuff. I saw a lot of guys that I haven't seen since college. Like you walk in there and like we all look the same, but just 25 years older, and we're all the same immature guys, ready to have fun at shul. Kedushim, booze going on, some davening. There was there
any
was a, there
any
was
any HSL, MSL, All Star Hawk? Any talk?
So I was looking, it's 5 towns, HSL guys. Actually, one guy came over to me. I'm not going to say his name. He came over to me. He was saying he was supposed to play in the game, but his shoulder hurts. He goes, "Why are we even bothering playing? We're going to get killed." I'm like, "What do you mean? You don't even know our players?" He goes, "Ellie Race is on the team. He's the guy. You guys are going to get killed if Ellie Race is your guy." So Ellie Race, you were called out. I said Ellie Race is on the team. He actually said Ellie Race. It's like Ellie Race knows who Steve Pollen is. Oh yeah. And Ellie Race, you were called out. So just put that in your
All
memory
right.
bank. I said Ellie Race is part of the team. He's part of the team, but we have other guys too. And just like you guys say we're going to win, everybody in Muncie is like, why are we going down? It's going to be a stupid game. We're going to destroy them. So we're ready. July
Awesome.
15th in our field, in our
Awesome.
park, MSL Park. That's where the game will be.
That's gonna be
Um,
fun.
yeah, looking forward, looking forward. Hey, Ozzy, if it's anything like the way you played this week at third base, we might have a spot for you.
We'll get there. We'll talk about that. It's like I dialed it back 15
That's
years.
crazy
We'll
stuff.
get
That's
to it.
stuff.
We'll get to it all. So let's jump on the past week's games. Let's start with Sunday. I wasn't there Sunday, so you have a better feel. Let's talk about some games that happened this past Sunday, and then we'll just go through it and looking ahead. Let's
We'll go
get it
through it,
going.
look ahead, look back, discuss some teams, some players, and state of the union of the league. So I'm getting into game changer right now, going to Sunday's games because there were a lot of blowouts on Sunday. It was blowout Sunday. It was a full day of games. There was no rain. The night was a little shaky, but there was no rain, and it was a day of blowouts. The morning started with Double R against Precision, and Double R came through with a nice win. I think it was 10-1, 10-2 or something. Um, in Orchard, we had RSK. That's my team against the disrespected Day Three Media, not Day Three Media, just Day Three now, and it was another blowout. So the morning was
You
ho
know,
hum
I,
with some
just
blowouts.
mentioning day three. Day three, it surprises me because there's definitely talent. They picked up Yishai, they got Big Alpert, they got Berman, who's a great spark plug. This young kid
Yeah,
over there.
Berman's got to show up. Maybe they need Berman to come to more games. No, Berman's not. Berman's back in Moroccan.
No, isn't Berman the young kid? What's that young kid?
Oh yeah, yeah. The guy that looks like he's 15, 18 year
Yeah,
old.
yeah, the
Yeah,
spark
yeah. He's
plug.
yeah,
They have a
yeah.
Gestetner on that team. They have some players,
Wags,
Wags, but for some reason they have Bosch. It's just not
Schonbrunn,
Rosenfeld.
D Rose,
I
Jack
mean,
Rose.
right? Just talking about these players, you'd think they would be a top tier team, and for some reason, just watching them, something seems off. I'm not sure if it's chemistry. I'm not sure if they just haven't played enough with each other. I thought Yishai would be. He's a great player, Yishai, but there's something on the team. I don't know if it's too many leaders or a lack of leaders. I'm not sure, but
Right.
that's
So interesting story. Before the season, when this is inside info over here for everybody. Before the season, when Bosch was putting together his team, we were still debating tier one or tier two A and B divisions. And at that time, Bosch was like, "No, I have a team. Definitely not B division. We're an A division team. I'm going to tell you the players. There's no way we could be B division." I'm like, based on the players you're telling me, they're good players. I agree with you. I 100% agree. You added D Rose, you added Wagner, You added Yishai, and those are huge additions. Those are big. Yishai just won a championship, coming from a championship team. These are huge. Schoenbrun's a good pitcher to mix up with Krasnow in there. But I also, and he's like, where do you think I'm going to finish? So I said, honestly, I think, you're a tier one team, but you're in the bottom of tier one. He goes, why? Why are we in the bottom? We have great players. I go, it's not about great players. Great players is the first thing for sure. It takes time to win. People don't understand that. You could have great players on a team. You're not winning year one. Just my team itself. My team won a lot of championships. Our first year, we got to the playoffs. We got knocked down in the first round. Second year, knocked down in the first round. Third year, we won a round. It takes time. It doesn't matter. He didn't understand that. He's like, no, we have all these guys. We have a great team. And look what happens. Look at the record now. It's not easy. You're coming every week, basically every week, every game you're coming, you're going against a good team. I mean, we have some poor teams, obviously, new teams in the league, which will take time as well. But you're going against quality teams, and it should be better.
Yeah,
It's not, and it's a learning experience. We hope the team continues next year. You
100%.
never know what these teams guys go like, oh, I lost, let me find another team. No, you don't find another team. You stick around, you go through it, and you get better each year. But yeah, day 3 should be better. They shouldn't be losing all these games.
Yeah.
And they shouldn't be getting blown out by anybody. They're a good enough team to do that. That's for sure. Those are the morning games. In the afternoon, we had Cobra against Vision, the first game at 6 o'clock. Cobra beat Vision. Cobra, got to give credit to Simcha Kornbluth, Shlomo Minzer. That team, they
Absolutely.
got players. They
Absolutely.
built a team. They were refined last year. And now
Absolutely. They're building it right, and it happened to be a lot of good guys on the team. Good players, but good guys. You look around,
Kuti, love Kuti.
and he's doing a good job, managing the team. Kornbluth, and just in general, they have some good all around players and good guys, and that's how you start building a team.
They have some
Team
budding
players.
stars, as we say,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, absolutely.
Lehman's a really good player. Karish, when he shows up,
Yeah,
they have a team. They have a team. They're
absolutely.
in games. I don't see them really going to get blown out, even by the good teams. They could be in
Yeah,
these games. And Kornbluth did a
100%.
great job. We questioned him last year. We did.
Yeah, yeah,
Right, the way he
100%.
handled were fine. But, hey, he works hard. That's one thing I can say
Yeah,
about Simcha. The guy works hard, puts together a team. He's great for the league. He comes, checks the fields for us. He volunteers. We love
yeah, he's
it.
been great.
And you know what? It's paying dividends this year. His team's doing well.
Yeah, 100%.
Um, at the Orchard game, we had Morty's team. That's MS Motors beating Consumer in a close game. That was a close game. I think Morty's team went down 5-0 early and ended up winning 10-7. So it was a very big win for MS because they
Yep,
got off. Hey, last year they were the President's Cup trophy winner, best record. Got knocked out early, but best record this year. Started off slow. They need these wins. They, they, they,
100%.
they did lose some players, right?
They
At
definitely
the
lost
year.
Wagner there at third. They lost. They definitely lost some, players.
Pace.
Ellie Man's been pitching for them. He's,
Yeah,
you know,
Ellie Man. Yeah, we
mostly
still.
dressed Ellie Man.
By the way, everybody loves that status when you're like, Ellie, put it away, put it away.
Sometimes Ellie's much in many different ways.
Ellie's much. But MS could be dangerous. They have a good team. They're dangerous. They just have to get on a nice win streak. Um, After the MS game, we had Marakdom destroying MJ that night. I know MJ was missing guys, as they usually are. Shami's still hurt. That's a big loss. Solomon wasn't there. He's still doing Sheva Brachas. So we did have a first in the league. I think a first. We had Yitzy Burger. That's a Burger Bash pitching to his son, Penny Burger, catching. So that was
That's
pretty cool.
awesome.
We got that on video
Yitzy's one of
live.
the good guys of our league. He's
Yeah,
Yitzy's
yeah,
just a great guy, great personality, great. He's a perfect guy for that team. Just always comes to play with a good attitude.
yeah. He's always smiling.
Yeah, yeah,
Comes, brings it all.
he's a good guy. He is a very
Cool
good guy.
moment. Bad game. Cool moment.
Mm,
Um, and then finally that night we had Jules. You weren't there, Ozzy, but your team, Jules by DK, also beat I think an undermanned EYG. Well, Doberman was pitching, so they were missing Edelman,
mhm.
who hasn't shown up that much this year.
He's busy. Edelman has a lot going on. He has his hands full in so many different things.
Isn't that he
Um,
has a lot going on? It was just too cold in Muncie. That's this new thing. It's freezing here. I can't pitch.
that's awesome.
But yeah, he's got a lot going on. He just bought or I don't know if he bought, but he took over another league there.
Yeah, he has a
So
lot going on. He has a lot going on. Talking about EYG, so I played with Monday night, jumping ahead to Monday. So I was a reserve player, played third base for EYG, and I have to say, Ellie Gelb was on the mound. Ellie Gelb still got something. He still got some juice left. Ellie pitched a
Eliga's been
great
playing a
game.
lot this
It was
year.
it was against day three. He pitched great, and I'm going to give a shout out to somebody new to the league, I think Moshe Grossman. He played second base. He hit some bombs, and he played a
Wait, wait,
solid
wait,
second
wait, wait,
base.
wait. Before you give him some of his flowers, a Grossman showed up to a game.
Yeah, yeah, and it's not Yosef Grossman because he only shows up if there's smashed burgers. He only if there's food. He's always there. But we're going to give credit to this Moshe Grossman. And then they had a left fielder, Dan Stein. The first time I've seen him play. He's a chassan, I know, and he played a terrific left field. He threw out a runner at third. Just an all around, looked like a really good athlete, good player.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I'm not in the football league, but there's a Dan Stein who's supposedly a very good receiver in the football league. I don't think it's our captain Dan Stein,
No,
but
even though he's a talent and great and
oh
all
yeah,
that,
for
this
sure.
is
There's a different Dan Stein. I'm pretty sure. Maybe someone could let us know later, but I think there's a great receiver in the league. It might be him. Seems like it, right? He's the left fielder, right? He played
yeah,
left
yeah.
field, so
He was terrific. He
it's
was terrific in
probably
that
him.
game. And Ellie Gelbs, that was a big W by EYG over day three. And that was followed up by Vision Vinyl Precision. That was Smash House Burger Night.
Oh, smash us now. I wasn't there for that.
Smash House. We got some
So
good food.
Grossman showed
And
up for
guess
this.
what? Justin Grossman was there for the food. Yes. It was big W. Mendy Rosen, big victory for him. And I have to say, Vision Vinyl. They have this pitcher. I think his name is Silber. It's Silber. What's
Yehuda, OBVL
Yehuda's? Yeah,
commissioner.
OBVL. I mean, a lefty powerhouse. He's a good pitcher.
Yeah. I
He's
say whenever he's there, I think they're in the game.
yeah,
He's really good.
and
Big
and
pickup for the league.
and watching Vision Vinyl, Abba Klaba having a bounce back season.
You
He's
know why? He's
tearing.
got that chip on his shoulder, right? And whenever Ellie Race is calling the games, it's an automatic 4 for 4.
He's Abba
Automatic.
Klaba been hitting the ball hard, been playing great, and they have a nice
Lost
player,
weight.
Tzvi Haas, which we both know
Sweet.
Tzvi for years.
Sweetheart.
Kainer's
Biggest
corner.
Met fan. Biggest Met fan I've ever met.
Yeah, he's great. We
Uh,
can talk, man. He knows like every player I throw out there. He's all over it. But he's a solid
he
player.
is. He
Played
says
great
guys that
first
we don't know.
base. Played a great first base that night. Good
By the
lefty
way,
bat.
by the way, about first base, I mean, we're not talking about awards right now. Maybe we'll talk about it next episode. Tzvi Haas plays a great first base.
Mm,
He scoops everything. He gets out there. He runs to the bag quicker than a lot. I mean, we have some great first basemen.
mm,
Tzvi Haas, big pickup right there.
yeah, and
And again, great guy too.
that was a nice precision. Precision is they picked up a few young players now, but they need some power bats. They're not to me that they're good enough. They have pieces, but they don't have enough power bats that they're ever going to really. If they go down 3-0, 5-0, they're just that's their. I see their big problem is they don't have anybody scary in their lineup that if you get first and second, oh no, they're going to start scoring runs.
Right.
It's
There's no
they have
pressure on the
pieces.
pitcher.
They have pieces, and Uri's doing a great job with them. But I think ultimately they need a few hitters on that team.
I,
So
I am. Yeah, I'm hearing some things about Uri that he has a pipeline though of players. He does have a
yeah,
pipeline,
yeah,
which he has to get on them early.
a
He's got to
100%.
sign them up. Say, hey guys, you're new to the league. You're young guys. I have a team. Join my team. You'll get playing time. He's got to get that because if other people start hearing about players, they're going to look for them too. So Uri knows them. He's got to keep them to himself and sign them up.
Yeah,
Maybe offer them some sushi, offer them some writing lessons and all that. But get them
get them
precision writing. Get them on his team. That's the only way you're going to get better.
a
Nice
hundred
guys, all
percent.
nice guys.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
you need some guys who put some fear into the pitchers
yeah.
for sure. And I think that was a rainy night also, right? We got the games in that
We
night.
got in some good games in rainy nights, and we pushed ahead and through rain and everything. The field held up for us
There were definitely
mostly.
cancellations in other leagues, right?
Yeah,
We got Lakewood canceled,
yeah,
Five Towns canceled. We got the games in. We worked on the fields. Ellie Race did one night. I think one night Ellie Race wasn't there. We had to do it without him. That was Tuesday night. So Tuesday night had some really good games, right?
yeah.
That was
Two,
the MJ walk off against Consumer. That was a great
right.
game.
So it's great to see, first of all, MJ, that Naftali Solomon was back on the mound after his big simcha. Chassan married off a daughter. Um, Grossman was actually there for that game. They have a good player that I don't know if he's even new. Groman, there's a player on that team, Groman.
Yeah, so originally when Ushi sent me in his rosters, it
Hmm.
said Yosef Groman and Yosef Grossman. I'm like, Ushi, did you like just typo? It's like, no, it's a totally different person. One's with an F, one's with a PH. One shows up, one doesn't. And so, yeah, this Yosef Groman, very good player.
Yeah,
Big
good
pickup.
players. Good to have
Big pickup.
Naftali Solomon. We're looking to have Shummy back. I know he pulled his hammy.
Show me, yeah.
Uh,
He's been out a while.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
been
So
out a
hopefully he
while.
gets back soon. And so that was a good game. MJ Walkup against Consumer. Consumer,
They walked off with a new player, another new
yeah,
player they picked up.
yeah.
His name is James Potash. Left-handed bat, tons of pop. I played against him for our advanced flooring MSL team in Teaneck. One of our only losses this year. We played against James Potash and some other MSL guys on the team. Zvika Polyev, Isaac Sillenfreud, all on this team against us. Good team, Yoni Levine. They beat us. Potash hit a ball. I'm not joking. You could ask the guys on our team. We still haven't found the ball yet. He hit the ball so it was nuts. This guy has so much power. And what was interesting about that game, just to talk about it for a second, Consumer elected to walk Yosef Grossman to put the winning run on first base to face Potash.
Wow.
And Potash just nuked one.
Wow.
Like nuked it to the wall, game winning, two-run triple. So now people know. People know about Potash. They're not walking. And by the way, MJ, dangerous team now. With Shami back, if Shami comes
Yeah.
back, Tenenbaum, Grossman, Groman, Berger, all
Al.
these guys, Potash.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's
for
going to be
sure.
dangerous.
For
Very
sure.
dangerous. Solomon.
Yeah. And
And
then
then the
the other
last game,
game,
then,
yeah, the other game that night they
yeah.
had MS Maraktim. So that was a game also, a very good game. Zevi on top of his game was really pitched a great game. They had a player there, shortstop. I think his name was Zim.
So Zinn actually, I think,
Uh,
played center field that game.
He
The night
played. Oh
Sunday,
yeah,
he played
yes, correct,
shortstop.
correct,
He
correct.
played a
I
great
saw
center.
him tag up a pop up to second
Yeah.
base, and he
Yes.
pulled a Yossi Rosenberg, and he took off from third, and I mean, easy. He was speed, good looking
Against a good
player.
shortstop.
Yeah, yeah,
Against
yeah,
Wavy.
yeah. That was
Very,
Tuesday
very,
game.
very good. Very fast.
Yeah, so there's
Very
a
fast
lot
player.
going on, a lot of new players, a lot of freshman
Nenner,
players. You
a
know,
different Nenner.
even up from my team, Jules by DK, new player Lauer, Levinson,
Moshe Lauer.
yeah, this week, some nice players, lot of new, fresh blood in the league, playing in different leagues, coming to us and joining us. So, last week, some solid games. And what do you have? What's this week's games? You have the schedule in
So
front of you. Give me a few
yeah, I
games
have the
that I should
schedule in
look
front
forward
of me.
to. What's some games that
Yeah.
everybody should look forward to?
So first of all, before I get to what I'm seeing a theme in our league is that this year is that we have a lot of people traveling to play in the league, which is a great sign for us. I would love to see it. Talent coming from 5 towns: Queens, Brooklyn, Lakewood. Obviously, these guys are coming up to play. Ellie Race swears that the Syrian guys are going to eventually show up from Deal, so it's a great thing. They're great games. We have a beautiful field, and it's great to see. It's great to see these guys show up, play, enjoy, stay after the game, schmooze. It's really good. And one more thing about last week's games before, Ellie Race was putting his MVP candidacy, whatever that word is, and his biggest argument this year was, my team's 8-0 with me, 0-2 without me. MVP. This week, on Tuesday, Ellie was not there, and his team won. So Ellie, you gotta now start hitting. You want MVP, you better start hitting now, because the record is now unblemished, blemished with you not there. So Ellie, a new thing. This week the games are.
Give me some big games. Give me some games that we should be looking forward to.
First of all, I don't think it's gonna rain this week, but it's going to be about 100 degrees every night. So that we have to. Some big games this week. I see on Tuesday night, Consumer against Jules.
Oh,
Should be a
that's a
big
nice
game.
thing. That's a big game. They're always close games. Jules
Consumer's on.
yeah, they always play good
Yeah,
games.
Consumer's not a losing streak. They need this one. They just
Yeah,
lost 2 in a
yeah.
row. This is big. And then what probably is the biggest game of the week is MJ 9-3 against RSK 9-2.
Oh wow,
Our first
wow.
meeting of the year.
That I hope Naftali Salmon can make it to that game, because you want to see the best
You want
rosters against best
yeah,
roster. A game like
yeah.
that, you're obviously having another Cy Young season. Naftali, you always expect, that he's going to pitch top of his game. So you want everybody to bring their. I want to see A+ roster for a game like that. That
So
should be great.
the question is, do we get food sponsored so Grossman shows up, or I don't want him showing up?
You don't want food. you
Or
know,
maybe feed him a lot.
yeah, maybe we should have food. I'll take care of Joseph Grossman. You know what? I want food. To heck.
Yeah, but yeah, that should be a great game. I'm really looking forward to that game. We
Yeah,
got rained out last week. We were supposed to play against Jules. That would have been a big game
right.
too, and we got
Absolutely.
rained out.
And some good. The
So
top
that should be
tier
a great
teams
game.
are really, someone asked me how many teams do you really believe could win the championship in our league, and I said a bunch.
A
I
bunch,
really
a bunch.
think that you can go through the top end. You can go through. I think a lot of teams really could compete to win the MSL championship this season.
I think when you have all the players there, the eight players or most of the roster there for, there's no difference right now between RSK, MJ, Jules, and Marakdam. I think when their guys are all there, those teams. There's really no holes, and it's hard. And then Consumer is just Consumer. They find ways to win.
Yeah, yeah,
They won last year. Give them their flowers. Give them their props. They beat RSK in round one. They
yeah.
beat MS Motors in round two, which had the best record, and they beat MJ in the championship. I mean, you're probably not going to get a harder path to the championship. They did it.
Sure.
So I mean, guys were counting them out, and they can play with a chip on their shoulder. Josh lets me hear it every time.
Josh,
You know
Josh
it.
definitely
We have to,
gives them that always the underdog, no matter what. He gives that
we have to,
little
we have
little
to
chirping from Josh. We love it.
We have to censor some of his statuses because it's sometimes you got the F bomb. Remember last year in the championships, whenever you went to go to their team huddle before the
Oh my
game,
gosh.
all of a sudden,
delete,
all right,
delete.
we never posted one. We didn't have any, but they're a great team. They have a chance to obviously win. They're defending champions. EYG, you don't know, right? They're a good team. Is Ailman going to show up?
I put EYG maybe in the same category as MS Motors, sort of like
Yeah.
they're good. You're not sure just where they're holding at this point of the
Right.
season.
Obviously, we're gonna, people are gonna bulletin board material now, not putting these teams in the top, but they're not right now. They're not. I don't think anybody's gonna disagree that
Right.
right now, MS Motors and EYG are just not the same
A
level as the
step
other
a
teams.
step under, but you just don't know
Oh,
that they
you
can
never
put it
know.
together. There's definitely they're definitely talented enough, but they're right there.
And
All right, so that's
there you
be
have
some
Cobra,
yeah
Cobra in day three, but right now I put Cobra ahead of day three. I really would.
yeah
I think
yeah.
Corn Blues is running a good team.
That's a big compliment to Cobra. That they've jumped and they've climbed to a position where we're talking about them as a competitive team that they can play with anybody. It's
They can.
so that's
They
that's
can.
good job by them. Good job by
They
them.
have pitchers. They have
You know,
Karish is a pitcher. They have pitchers. They're there. And again, if your team is run well, it makes a big difference. And Kornbluth is really he's doing a great job. Great
awesome.
job. Yeah, that's really the power rankings. It's not we're not funny power rankings like Yakov, who does a great job. Yakov Gano with his power rankings are awesome. I just wish more than 9 people understood all his private jokes and his jokes in there. Uh, we
Yeah.
love it. Penny Kahana and Morty understand it. Mendy Alpert, Aaron.
Yeah,
But,
the
eventually
inside
everybody
group
will.
gets it. All right,
It's like no soap radio. The other guys who don't get it make believe they do get it.
all right, so some
But
great
good
stuff, a
stuff.
great recap here. Looking forward to some great games this week, and maybe next week we can already discuss, maybe some Cy Young, some MVP talk, some Gold Glove. Let's get it out there. Let's see and see what the players
I
agree,
think it's time.
disagree.
I think next
Yeah,
week we should
we
talk
can
about it.
start talking
We're
about it.
past midway point.
Yeah,
People are talking to me. I know people are texting you.
yeah.
People are texting me, sending me videos of themselves, of other people on their team saying, "Hey, if this guy's not in the running this year, something's wrong." And we're at that point of the season. We have a good pulse, and yeah, I think we should talk about it. Maybe next week we do the podcast. We do live, so people could chat while we're doing it as well, as opposed to this. We'll see, but.
Maybe not. Okay, then we have to ban a few people. Aaron
Mendy
Schwartz,
Rosen and
Mendy
Josef
Rosen.
Grossman, Uri Adler.
We'll discuss that over the weekend.
We will. Because right now, if the season ended right now, I'm just saying Ezzy Katz is Gold Glove third baseman.
Yes,
That's
I
it.
appreciate that. I
That's
appreciate
it.
that. I hope Penny's listening.
Hey, Penny, Penny, you got a Gold Glove third baseman. Don't lose games with him on the side. You don't want to go into next season knowing you had him and didn't use him, Penny. Just remember that.
Yitz, I love you.
All
So we're
right.
gonna wrap up the Commissioner's Corner, sponsored by Nojo Promo. Looking forward to doing a bunch more of these. And if anybody has some feedback, you always know me and Yitz are always around. Share it with us. And I'm gonna head to Smash House Burger because they're open until 12.
Yeah.
So I'm heading there now.
It's open. It's open. It's open for another 20 minutes. All right. Take care, Ezzy.
All right, Yitz. We'll
Have a
speak.
good night. See you
Take care.
soon.